Tucker on him. Throws it up for 8. Shot blocked by Antetokounmpo. What a block from Giannis.
17 seconds from Game 7 or from championship number 6. Jordan, open. Chicago with the lead.
Minute remaining. And they're putting Curry in the pick and roll, trying to get him on Irving. Irving and Curry, one-on-one. Irving puts it up. It's good. Kyrie Irving from downtown.
We're sending it in, Jerome. That's for damn sure.
Yes. What is up, everybody? Welcome to Tap Room Sports Podcast. I am your host, Jordan Stacks on Stacks Lads. Joined with my guys, Mr. Big Ball and Ben Larson.
Sir.
And Swerving Irving Washington. Wearing that purple for the UW Huskies.
Nah.
Yeah, that's why.
He said, nah.
I could care less about the state of Washington. Fuck UW. Fuck the Kraken, the USFL team, the MLS team, whatever else they got. They junior hockey team.
Well, damn.
Dog shit.
Well, damn. We are being brought to you by Sharps. Make sure to go download the Sharps app straight to your mobile device. Use promo code JORD517. It's free to download. Track your bets. Become a better. Know what you're good at betting. Use it to your advantage. You can also tail other bettors or fade other bettors as well. Sharps app. Download it. Fellas, how we doing on this Tuesday evening in-season tournament? We're moving on to the next round. I don't even know what the fuck that means or who the fuck's in it. I still don't fucking get why we have this in-season tournament. I'm gonna be a fucking Grinch about it, dude, because I really don't fucking like it. But whatever.
The fans are loving it though. The ratings are up super high.
The ratings are? Really? Interesting. I don't get it. What's the point of it?
To make the regular season more interesting, I don't know.
The regular season, I mean, cut down the games.
Yeah, it doesn't really make the regular season more interesting.
Because I'm telling you right now, the team that wins this shit, nobody's going to care. I get the point from the players' perspectives, like Dame Lillard said the other day, like, you know, because the guys, like the two-way players and dudes on minimum contracts, they get extra, like, million or whatever. So, like, that's good money for them. So they want to win it for them. I get that. That's dope. But at the end of the day, like, I already know what's going to happen, dude. Like, a team like the Celtics is going to win this shit, and then they're going to lose they're not going to win the regular championship. They're going to say, well, we won the in-season tournament.
I was going to say,
yeah,
too, like, it gives, you know, some people like Dame a chance to win a tournament.
Relax. Relax, dude.
But more of, like, younger kids an opportunity that, you know, may only be in the league for, you know, 2-3 years, and they can come in and win this tournament.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see how. I mean, obviously, a lot of teams are taking it serious, which I think is cool. Like, yeah, that part is dope in my opinion.
I mean, as a normal watching, I mean, I guess I'm not a normal watching. As the unfrequent watcher, like, I don't know which games are supposed to be in game versus or in season tournament versus regular season.
Bro, the floor is different.
Court.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, no, but that's it. Like, I didn't know that this game was an in season versus a regular season because, like, I don't know that, but the court's different. So now I know that it's not really that meaningful of a game because these don't count towards the records, right?
No, they do.
Okay.
That's my whole point against it is
but
because
what about the teams who go further along and are going to play an extra 5-6 games?
Because they still play the games, the teams that aren't involved, like they play the other teams that aren't moving on. You know what I mean? It just doesn't mean anything other than a regular season game. But my biggest complaint about it from this jump is, like, all the in-season game tournaments, all the games mean something except for the championship game. That doesn't mean anything towards the regular season. The records, so any points they score don't even count towards their regular season stats.
Okay.
Which to me, like, doesn't make any fucking sense. So you're telling me the two teams that play in the championship have to play an extra game that doesn't count?
So, but like, what about the teams though? So, say the 4 teams that are getting there. What about the ones that are playing like the Pistons versus ones that have to play the Suns? Like, it doesn't matter. It's whoever they're scheduled to play.
Yeah, so like the teams that move on, like they play those teams, and the other teams that don't make it. I mean, I don't know how. I don't know like the exact. I don't know the exact like framework of it, but I know the ones that don't make it, like they play each other because it all equals out to 82 games, except for that championship game.
Okay,
that's the only one that doesn't count.
Okay, I got you there.
Which is like, okay, well, what? So you're telling me you know the teams that make the championship are kind of handicapped in the long run because they have to play an extra game that no one else has to play.
Yeah, against a hard team.
Yeah, I mean, I already know the Celtics are going to win this thing. Yeah. They're going to win the in-season tournament. We're going to fucking hear from all those fucking shitty-ass Celtics fans for fucking 5 months about how they won the in-season tournament. And then when they get eliminated in the playoffs in the second round, they're going to tell us, well, at least we won the in-season tournament. We're the inaugural in-season tournament champions.
I would say the Sixers, are going to do the exact same thing. Philly team, a Boston team, yeah.
Yeah, could be either one of those for sure. I mean, I have a feeling any team that wins it and doesn't win the title is going to do it.
Yeah.
Well, we won the in-season tournament. Good for you, brother.
Yep. Here's your cookie.
Oh, man. Anyways, how about that Monday night game last night? What a barn burner that was, huh?
Oh, yeah.
You guys enjoy that?
Oh, well, it was it was a fun one. I was at the edge of my seat, riveted the whole time. Who was going to get the next interception? Who was going to make the next fumble? Man, it had me guessing.
6 turnovers in the game, dude.
Yeah. And one that got called back, right?
Yeah. I'll say this right now, and I know Irv's not going to agree with that. I don't care. Last night was the nail in the coffin for Justin Fields in Chicago. That game solidified that Chicago is definitely moving on at the quarterback position, in my opinion. You cannot have 4 turnovers and barely squeak by with a win in that game, dude. You can't. And while all of it isn't Justin Fields' fault, I get it. You just can't have that.
Yeah, but he didn't throw any interceptions. He
had 2 fumbles, and one of them was very costly because if he didn't have that first fumble, if he just went down and they kicked that field goal, they win easily.
Yeah,
because they would have been up 9 points, so a touchdown wouldn't have even mattered. So that, in my humble opinion, I think that put the nail in the coffin in the Justin Fields Chicago era.
Yeah, there were 9 opportunities for turnovers there. 4 interceptions, 5 fumbles. Only 2 were lost though.
Dobbs should have had 2 more interceptions too. They dropped 2 interceptions. Yeah.
Chicago lost the ball 3 times. One was recovered by the Bears, and then Minnesota lost the ball twice and recovered it both times.
Yep. It was a terrible game. Let's just leave it at that. We were talking on Sunday night, Irvin, about how the product of the NFL has been like pretty dog shit this year, and then that Monday night game was like a microcosm of it.
Yeah, a lot of injuries, a lot of
issues. I can understand you saying the product is down, but shit, you got a whole bunch of injuries to starting quarterbacks, season-ending injuries at that. So, of course, it's going to affect the product. It's a reason why a backup quarterback is a backup quarterback in the NFL.
Yep,
because he's harder.
Yep.
Yeah, and we saw it on stage last night with Joshua Dobbs.
Well, I also think that there's like the top tier of teams, and then it's kind of like everybody else. And like the ATS records show that, like, I've never seen this in the history since I've been betting the NFL, where like every winning team this year has an above 500 ATS record, right? The spread is there. It's the great equalizer. It's supposed to equalize the good and the bad. But these good teams are like far and away better than the bad teams. And that is unusual in my opinion. And whether and some of these teams have their normal quarterbacks. Bryce Young on the Panthers, right? Frank Reich gets fired. I don't know who the fuck is gonna take that job in their right mind, dude. Like that's got to be the worst job in the history of fucking the NFL. But it's just it's a weird year, man. And maybe it's like that because teams are tanking because this is like the best quarterback class that we've had in a while.
No, I wouldn't even say teams are tanking because the teams that's super duper bad,
Have their quarterbacks.
most of them have their quarterback outside of the well, we clearly see that we know the Patriots are done with Mac Jones.
Yeah. And the Patriots are the first team in NFL history to hold an opponent under 10 points or less 2 games in a row and lose 2 in a row, dude. First time in NFL history that's happened.
That's horrible.
Well, and it also just shows how much we overvalued that rookie class.
Yeah.
Because that rookie class had Wilson, had Fields, had.
Well, we all knew Zach Wilson wasn't that good.
Well, we all knew Zach. Nobody was the media
Yeah.
hyped up Zach Wilson, but everybody that watched him play, they knew Zach Wilson wasn't gonna be shit.
Trey Lance was in there. Wasn't Jordan Love in that class? Or was he in the year before?
He was in the year before.
Year before, yeah.
Trey Lance never really got a fair shot, so I wouldn't chalk him up as a lost cause just yet. It's just the only reason why I looked up. The only reason why
You're only saying that because he's on the fucking Cowboy. Well, no, I'm sorry. You're
no,
not a Cowboy fan.
I'm not a Cowboy fan. I could care less. But
Yeah,
what's
that's true.
I'm just saying.
Well,
He hasn't got a fair shot, so I wouldn't chalk him up as a loss just yet.
My
The reason why his looks so bad is because y'all gave up a fucking 3rd overall pick to get him. So
I was gonna say my only argument against that, Irvin, is like the Niners aren't just gonna give up on him. They gave up a lot on him for him.
Yeah.
There's obviously a reason why they gave up on him. They weren't just gonna give up on him. You know what I mean? Like there's a reason why they gave up on him.
Yeah. And that they have.
because the head coach likes Brock Purdy more than he likes.
Yeah, but there's a reason why he likes Brock Purdy more. You know what I mean? Like, and there's things.
Sam.
Yeah, and they like Sam Darnold over him. Like there's a reason why, and like no team just gives up on a 1st-round quarterback like that. Like I've never seen a team give up on a 1st-round quarterback that fast, where they were like
get a 3rd for him
because the head coach didn't want you. The head coach makes the decisions. It's not like John Lynch chose to get rid of no.
Yeah, but who chose to draft him?
Management out. I think the owner made the call for that one because
the Yorks are hands off with that organization, dude. They let the football people run it.
It's been well reported that Kyle Shanahan wanted Mac Jones, and
it has.
But Brass wanted Trey Lance the same way Frank Reich wanted C.J. Stroud and got Bryce Young.
Well, David Tepper overrode that, and he tried not to admit it in his press conference today, but he definitely admitted it when he said like, "Oh, we have a room full of people that give their opinions, and you know, we all came to the agreement that we wanted Bryce Young." No, you wanted Bryce Young, and everyone wanted to keep their jobs, so they just agreed with you. Like, that's why you got Bryce Young. However, you know, CJ, shout out to our boy CJ, has brought this up to me multiple times, is that Kyle Shanahan hired John Lynch. Kyle Shanahan has say over the 52-man roster.
Exactly.
So he kept telling
he wanted Mac Jones, and he got shot down by ownership. They wanted Trey Lance.
I just have a hard time seeing why ownership would want Trey Lance, a dude that's barely played, over a guy like Mac Jones who played in national championships for Alabama.
Is all about potential.
But the ownership don't know anything about football. They're just there. They want to make money. Why would Mac Jones was a moneymaker right away? He just won a national championship.
They hired the GM, all that. They definitely have say so over making those type of decisions.
I think
either
Lynch
they don't watch it, somebody they hired or somebody that's close to him watched it and said, "Oh, that they trust." Like, "Oh, I'd rather have Trey Lance over Mac Jones," because it's all about projections. Mac Jones didn't project as a great pro. He probably could have been a great pro in San Francisco offense. Who wouldn't be? But it's just, decisions are made, and you got to live with them. And the Niners are good thing they got Brock Purdy because it's working out pretty well for them.
I mean, you could put me behind in that offense, dude. We'd be all right. with that defense and all the skill players and shit. All I got to do is hand the ball off and throw to wide open dudes, bro. I could do that. Brock Purdy sucks, dog. He's not that good. He's 0-3 when trailing in the second half, dude. That tells you all you need to know about the guy. He's a good game manager.
Crazy that they've only been trailing in the second half 3 times, but
I mean, Ben, we talk about this all the time. The Niners have the best roster in football. They're not going to trail in many games, but when they and that's the way they win, dude. Look at Kyle Shanahan's fucking resume, dude. He doesn't win games from playing from behind.
Yeah,
you know, so that's where the Niners are, and we're gonna find out a lot this weekend against the Eagles, which we're gonna talk about shortly. But you know, that's in my opinion, that's why the Baltimore Ravens are the best team, because they have the outlier, and that's Lamar Jackson. And
but Lamar Jackson ain't won a lot in the playoffs, so you can also hold
neither
that
is
against
Brock Purdy.
they also don't have the offensive firepower that the Niners have.
Huh?
Wait, Brock Purdy won 2 playoff games last year.
Brock Purdy won a play, or yeah, he did. He won against Dallas, but Baltimore is a good team. They have as good of a defense as the Niners.
Yeah, we're not saying they're not a good team. I'm just saying Lamar still has question marks about winning the big one.
It's gonna change this year. Baltimore Ravens are winning the Super Bowl.
I wouldn't go that far, buddy.
You heard it here first. Zay Flowers is him. They got a nice 1-2. They got a nice 1-2 punch. They have a nice offensive line. They have a great offensive line. And I think hiring Todd Monken has changed a lot, because Todd Monken's a great play caller. Great play caller. I just think sometimes Baltimore's their weakness is they get too conservative sometimes once they get a lead. And that's their downfall. They get too conservative. They got to change that shit.
Like every week. Yeah.
Not when they play good teams. When they play good teams at home, they fucking blow the brakes off them, like the Lions and the Bengals and shit like that. But sometimes they get like against the Chargers on Sunday, they got hella conservative once they got that. They went up like what 10-0, or they were up 10-3, 13-3.
Mm-hmm.
They got hella conservative until Zay Flowers fucking broke that touchdown, which he should have slid down. That's here nor there nor anywhere. But the Ravens, nobody's gonna sit here and tell me Brock Purdy's a better quarterback than Lamar Jackson. No one actually.
Nobody's
believes
saying that.
We're not saying that.
No.
I know, but those Ravens teams before, this is the best Ravens team Lamar Jackson's ever had. We all agree with that, right?
Well, I haven't.
Best defense, best offensive line he's had. Definitely the best skill players he's had. Although losing Mark Andrews does hurt, but Isaiah Likely's nice.
Well, all I'm gonna say is their ass better get there.
I mean, the only team in their way is the
Schedule
Chiefs,
going
dude.
through.
The only team in their way is the Chiefs. That's it. It's the only team in their way.
This Christmas Day is going to be a fun one.
Yeah, I can't wait for the fucking Ravens to beat the brakes off the Niners.
Yeah, it'll be a fun one.
Can't wait. Anyways, let's talk some football. Let's talk some games this week.
Once we're done with football, I want to bring something up too. So just
All
as a reminder.
You want to bring it up right now, since it's on your mind?
No,
Before we hop
we'll
in?
do it after, because it's not football related.
No, we can do it now.
Yeah, just
What
do it
is
now.
about?
It's on your head.
Corey Perry, man.
Dude, we don't even know if that rumor is true. Although I'm
No,
really hoping
we
it's
we
true.
know that
No.
rumor is true. No,
No,
we know
it's
that
true.
the rumor is true.
It's true. You
Or
don't.
sorry, that rumor is not true. We know he didn't fuck Bedard's mom.
So what
But-
happened?
There's now talk that it's been reported that he had an incident with a team official, or sorry, a team. What is it?
What do you mean, like an
A
incident?
team employee. We don't know. We don't know what the team, like what happened with the team employee. All of the players are like absolutely shocked about this. They interviewed the captain after the game today, and they don't even know what's happening with that.
I just hope the rumor is true that he fucked Bedard's mom, dude.
Yeah.
I want that to be true so bad, dude.
Yeah, I mean she's not that bad, but
Nah, but it's funny, dude. It's a funny story.
absolutely.
And
Yeah.
and to go further into this, you know what I mean? Like, it's just another prime example of why the NHL fucking forcing Bedard to Chicago is a fucking joke, dude, because it's a joke of a fucking franchise. It's a franchise that had sexual assault allegations, and now
And
there's this shit with Corey Perry.
that's where I think this is stemming from. My personal thoughts is that he made a joke to a team employee, like, "Oh, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna touch me? Are you gonna fucking are you gonna rape me? Are you gonna like sexually assault me?" That's what I think happened.
Yeah, it got to be something like that for
It's
them
gotta be.
just to get rid of him that fast and that quick.
Yeah, among the scandal that they had, and like it was Nick Fogliano today after the game, after they beat the Kraken. Like he comes out and says in his post game interview, hold on, where was it? That the team was stunned by the news and reiterated that the players didn't know the details of what led to the organization's decision.
Regardless,
So
they're
you're-
gonna say that publicly, though. They're not gonna spill the beans.
Well, yeah, but if you're not even letting the team know what's going on with that, that's just major problems with the organization.
Well, if I'm the NHL, I immediately have to start an investigation.
Yeah.
Given what we've already given the history, right?
Yeah.
Of this organization, I think that's the most important part. Because what if it is something? What if it is something serious?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, obviously, we're not
talking
gonna
that,
know for a while.
This is going to go to legal matters. It's that lawyers are going to get involved in whether it's going to be the team against Corey Perry. Both of
Interesting.
them have a shit ton of money. Obviously, the Blackhawks have more money than Corey Perry, but Corey Perry has plenty of $1 million on this, and he's got a lot of money on the line.
But if it's something serious, though, Ben, like the Blackhawks will settle, and that's when we know that something dirty is going on.
There's defamation, like that he's not playing this year. He's not getting a next contract because of something that the Blackhawks did.
Yeah, but I mean, like, if they settle with him, then that obviously tells you that there's things that they don't want to get leaked out in the court in public record, right? Yeah. So I think that's better for Corey Perry, because then that opens up speculation as to what is actually fucking going on.
Yeah.
Because like in my opinion, like, okay, if he fucked Bedard's mom, let's just say the rumor is true, whether it is or not, why is that a big deal?
That wouldn't be a big enough deal to get cut from the team. Like Ben said,
well, yeah, no, but it is.
Nah, not like that.
You have to protect your player. You have to.
Why does Connor Bedard care, dude?
But of course Bedard would care that his teammate fucked his mom.
Yeah, but it's his mom's life, dude. If his mom consented to it, who gives a fuck?
He's what, like 17?
No, he's 19.
He's 19.
And at the end of the day, Corey Perry's a grown man and his mom's a grown woman.
It's not like Bedard lives at home and his mom makes his bed and cooks his food and washes clothes.
Bro, his mom can make her own decisions, dude. If she wants to fuck Corey Perry, if she wants to fuck Corey Perry, so be it. Like that's not a reason why you cut it, dude. Which is why I knew the rumor was like fake to begin with. Although it was awesome. It was awesome that someone created it and ran with it, dude. It's funny as shit.
Yeah, it blew up on Reddit. That's for damn sure.
Yeah. But there's, like you said, Ben, there's something serious going on here. Yeah.
But you'd have to back your future star that's supposedly, better than any hockey player in the, in the world. And you have to back that star, and you have to make sure that he's comfortable, and you have to make sure that he wants to stay a Chicago Blackhawk. And if that means getting rid of Corey Perry, they're going to do that in a fucking instant.
Yeah, I just don't know if that's. I don't think there's something else going on.
I don't think it's true either, but I think there would have been justification if that was the case.
I was really hoping it was true. I really was, dude.
I can't wait to hear what happens from this.
Yeah, we'll get a documentary soon.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to the NFL. So Thursday night football, we got the Seahawks versus the Cowboys. Cowboys currently laying 9 points. It totals 47. What do you guys think about this game here?
Yeah, I think 9 is pretty low. To be honest, looking at where Dallas was last week and what they did against, albeit a fucking.
That game should not have been that big of a blowout.
Yeah, but even then, Washington, they're on the up and coming. They were at 11, and you're telling me that Seattle's a full 2 points better than what they did to an 11-point dog.
Well,
If anything, I'd put this at 11 because they undervalued Dallas last week.
so
And
so
you see a 35-point difference.
I like that you bring up undervalued because favorites went 11, or I'm sorry, they went 10-3-1 last week against the spread. Or 11-3-1 against the spread last week. So the market is automatically going to inflate teams like Dallas, Niners, Eagles, even though Niners and Eagles are playing each other. All the heavy favorites are going to be inflated because of what happened last week. That's the thing about a market, right? Just like a stock market. Apple comes out, they release fucking, the iMac 6.0, and their stock goes up, right? It gets overinflated to the point where, there's value in selling the stock. I think that's where we're going to be at with a lot of these favorites this week. I think there's going to be a lot of inflation in the market and a lot of overvalue because, yes, Dallas, they've beaten a lot of bad teams. However, Seattle is not a bad team. They aren't a great team, but they're not a bad team.
Seattle just got worked
by a great team.
When you look at
what Ben, look at what Dallas has done against good teams. What has Dallas done against good teams? They lost against the Eagles.
The Seahawks are a good team.
I think they're a decent team. I think they're an average team or a good team. I don't think they're
lost to the Rams. They got mollywopped by the Ravens.
Yeah,
they
that's the Ravens.
Beat Washington.
The Ravens are a great team.
3. You look at the Cowboys who beat Washington by 35.
Cowboys about to beat the shit out the Seahawks.
Yep. See, and Jordan, I disagree with what you're saying earlier about the overvaluing. I think there's a lot of games this week where the favors are undervalued.
Yeah, I bet, dude. Favorites just went 11-3-1 and they're undervalued this week. Books just got murdered with their worst week in fucking a decade and they're undervalued. Sure, I bet. Free money. Hey, just go. Hey, parlay all the favorites this week. Free money. Books are going to give you free money this week, just like they did last week.
I wouldn't do that, but in this particular case, I think that the Seahawks are not. They came into the season with some expectation, with some hype. They had your boy Geno as a top 10 quarterback on most lists. And all I can say is look at him now. But
yeah,
and the Cowboys are at home, right? Or are they on the road?
They're at home.
Yeah, the Cowboys at home. Yeah, this game probably gonna be over at halftime.
No, I think it's gonna be closer because Dallas is you look at them against good teams once again.
But that's putting a lot of faith in Seattle being a good team.
They probably should have lost to the Chargers if we're keeping it a buck. They got dog walked by the Niners 42-10. And aside from that, they haven't played a good team. Except for the Eagles, which they lost.
In a game you said they should have won.
They should have won that game, yes.
Okay, and what game and how have the?
But that doesn't mean they're gonna blow the fucking Seahawks out of the water.
I'm just saying. I know. I'm saying. You said the Cowboys haven't looked good against good teams. How have the Seahawks looked against good teams?
Not good.
Well, let's look.
And you look at comparisons too, like the Rams. Cowboys beat the Rams 43-20. Seahawks.
Yeah, but you can't compare teams because every week is different. And Stafford got hurt in the first quarter of that game against the Cowboys. That game was over right away. They faced Brett Ripien for a majority of the game. Right? So you can't take that into consideration. How about this? The Cowboys lost to the Cardinals. Fucking Seahawks.
Stafford played the majority of that game.
No, he only played the first half. First half or first quarter. He didn't play the whole game. I remember he got knocked out. He got knocked out of the game with that wrist injury or the thumb injury or whatever the fuck it was.
Ripien was 5 for 10.
Yeah.
He was in for 2/3 of the game.
Yeah, 2/3. So he was in for Stafford was out. How about this for comparable teams?
No, he
was in for the majority of the game.
That game was over. How about this for comparable teams? The Seahawks beat
that game was over because.
How about this for
Dallas-
comparable teams?
Dallas
The
put
Seahawks
up
beat the
fucking
Cardinals, and the fucking Cowboys lost to the
33
Cardinals.
points in the
So
first
we
half
only want to
with
compare.
Matt
We only
Stafford,
want to
so-
compare comparable teams when it matters. How about the Cardinals? Cowboys lost to the Cardinals. Seahawks
How
beat the
look
Cardinals.
since they beat the Cowboys.
Doesn't matter. You want to talk about comparable teams?
That's fine, but I just don't see what you're seeing. The Seahawks haven't been good on the road either.
What I'm saying is that the favorites this week are going to be overvalued. Whether you guys want to admit that or not, they're definitely going to be overvalued because of the market is going to overvalue them because of last week.
I don't see that. I see Kansas City at
understand.
less than a
Isn't
touchdown.
Dallas-
I see San Francisco at less than a field goal.
Yeah, but
Yeah, but
I see
San
Detroit
Francisco's
at
on
less
the
than
road
4.
against Philadelphia.
Okay, so what
We're going
about?
to talk about the game. so.
Aren't the Cowboys only a 9-point favorite?
9 point.
9-point
They're
favorite.
over a touchdown favorite, dude. If you made this line 3 weeks ago, I bet it's 7.5.
And whose fault is that?
That's what I'm saying. The market is going to overreact to the
It would
favorites
have been
this
4
week.
weeks ago because that 4 weeks ago was
And
Baltimore.
it's not a big thing to look at in this
Shamaha.
game. Isn't the Seahawks O line banged up?
Yeah, but they're getting guys back.
Who are they getting back? Are they getting both those left tackles back? left and the right
Bradford's questionable now. Lucas is questionable. Yeah, so they're both questionable.
They're
Haynes
starting
is
Marcus
questionable.
Peters on their O line.
They did last week. I don't think they are this week.
Good luck against the Cowboys if you're starting a 43-year-old Marcus Peters on your O line.
Micah Parsons is questionable.
He's playing. He practiced today. Full go.
They got a lot of dudes questionable, and they got a lot of guys on IR as well. Telling you right now, man.
Their best corner went down, and they got a corner that broke the NFL record for pick sixes by the middle of the season.
I like the Seahawks here. I don't know if I'm gonna play it, but I
Yeah,
definitely
you can like it.
this.
But me and Ben are gonna play the Cowboys, and we're gonna win money.
Yep.
Just like last week when y'all played the Seahawks, you and AK played the Seahawks +7. How'd that work out for you?
Last week it didn't work out, but I'm telling you right now, dude.
About the Raiders.
Telling you right now, man. Y'all can laugh all you
I'm
want,
so
bro.
fucking glad you didn't put your fucking mortgage on the Raiders like you said you
The
were gonna do.
public cleaned up last week. You think the books are gonna let you do it 2 weeks in a row?
Probably
if you're,
won't
if
do
you're
it,
giving
probably-
me Dallas -4, San Francisco -2.5 right now, KC less than a touchdown. Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what they want you to believe, man. That's
Okay.
exactly what they want.
I'm not gonna lie, KC looked at like that offense looked at like the old KC offense that second half.
Yeah, they looked a lot better in the second half.
So if they continue to play offense like that, and that defense continue being top 5, I don't know if the Ravens gonna be able to make it, especially when you got 15 at quarterback.
But I'm telling you guys right now, as a dude that's been doing this for a while, last week was the craziest week I've ever seen in my life in the NFL. And it was the first time in the history since Super Bowl era that it happened. So for you guys to sit here and be like that it's going to continue to happen is insane.
I don't
First
know. We
of
probably
all.
don't think it's gonna continue, especially not for the majority, but for the big games and the games that we talking about.
No,
I
because dude, the spread is
I
the
think
great
favorites
equalizer.
are being undervalued. If you can get Dallas at 9, bet all you can. that
There's
you can
no way. Hold on, let me see something
Bro,
here.
the Seahawks are fucking dog shit, bro.
The Seahawks aren't dog shit, dude. They're in the playoff
What's up?
hunt.
They lost. They got blew up by the Seahawks. They got blew up by the Niners at home, and on top of that,
Yeah, the Niners, dude. They're one of the best teams in the league.
the Niners have an excellent pass rush. The Dallas might have a better pass rush than the
No,
Niners,
they
right?
don't. No, they do not.
It's up there.
They do
You
not
look
have
at
a.
the teams. You look at the teams
Look
that
at-
they
look at
beat
the
to
sack.
get up in
Look
that,
at the
that
sack.
position.
Yeah, but look
the
at
sack.
who's the Cowboys have beat. The Cowboys haven't beat anybody. That's the thing is like you want to talk about one team and who they beat, but then you don't want to talk about the other team and who they beat.
Okay, so
You don't
well,
wanna-
no, but let's look at this then. So
Who
let's
the
look at this.
Seahawks
So
beat?
you get your Seahawks wins come Detroit in overtime.
That's better win
Carolina.
than the Cowboys have.
Okay, Carolina, New York Giants.
Okay, who's a better win that the
Arizona.
Cowboys have than Detroit? Please tell me that. And that was on the road. What's a better win that the Cowboys have? Exactly.
Yeah, nah.
Exactly my point. Cowboys haven't
Beat
beat
up the
anybody. And that's the thing
they
is like
haven't, but
the Cowboys beat up on bad teams. That's great, dude. That's
but you're
awesome.
banking on the Seahawk team that's showing up.
No,
That beat
I'm
the
banking on
Lions.
the Seahawks being able to cover 9, dude. I'm banking. I'm not saying they're gonna win the game. I'm
Bro, they
saying that
couldn't
they're gonna
cover
come within
7
the
at
number
home. What makes you think they cover 9 on the road against a team that's hot?
because I think the Niners are a way better team than the Cowboys. I think the Cowboys are in a tier below the Niners.
But you can throw in that Dak had his worst game of the season against the Niners.
Yeah, there's a reason why because the Niners are that good.
I'm just saying that could have been an outlier. You still believe in the Lions, and fucking Jeff Goff been looking like Jim Drunkenmiller the last 2 weeks.
Right now,
Jared Goff
82%.
looking like Jeff Goff.
So according to pregame.com, 82% of the tickets are on the Cowboys -9.
I see why, because you're covering
83% right here with us.
now. Because I
Yeah.
can see
y'all
okay,
enjoy that. I'm taking Seahawks
I can
plus
see the
9.
Seahawks bounce. They can definitely bounce back. They're paid. They're NFL team. They have talent, but they're just not playing good football right now. And I don't know how it's magically going to appear against a team that has an elite defense and the offense is clicking.
Yeah, against bad teams, dude. Once again, who's a good team that the
Okay,
Cowboys?
what's good about the Seahawks defense?
What's the Cowboys' best win?
No, but I think I agree with both of you at this point. The Cowboys don't have a good win, but like, what is the Eagles' defense? Like, what have they stopped?
Well,
What did
to be honest, the Seahawks' defense was good against the
Seahawks.
Niners.
Sorry, not Eagles.
To be honest, their defense was good enough to win that game. It was the offense; they couldn't get anything going. And I definitely the Niners' defense is much better than the Cowboys. Much better. It's not even close, in my opinion.
They have a better pass rush. They don't got a better secondary.
I don't even think the Cowboys' secondary is that good.
They damn sure playing like it.
Because the Seahawks scored 1 touchdown and it was a fucking pick 6. They couldn't do nothing offensively. But their defense actually held the Niners to 208 pass yards. They held them to fucking 169 rush yards on 33 attempts, but the Niners were playing from ahead. That's what they like to do. That's all they can do, to be honest. They don't play good from behind.
Yeah, I just don't see it.
No.
But if you have confidence in the Seahawks plus 9 on the road,
I like the
good luck.
Seahawks plus 9. I think the dogs are gonna be barking this week, dude. Like I said, the market is gonna way overvalue favorites this week.
Yeah, Geno Smith is terrible.
I don't think Geno Smith is great, but he's also not dog shit. He's decent.
He's been playing like it this year.
All right, let's move on to the next game. We got the Niners versus the Eagles. Niners are currently -2.5 on the road at Philadelphia. A rematch of the NFC Championship. Totals
That was played in Philadelphia.
Yep, total of 46.5. I think this game has huge implications for the Niners because the Niners all fucking offseason have been talking about, well, if we had Brock Purdy. So now it's time for them to show up or show out, dude. And I think this game means more to the Niners than it does the Eagles. But the best thing going for the Niners, in my opinion, is the fact that the Eagles went into overtime last week. Because teams that go into overtime going into the next week are like 40% against the spread. They're not good the next week. So I think that is the best thing going for the Niners.
Weather like 48 degrees.
Yeah, the weather's supposed to be cold, windy, I heard. But, I mean, we're not going to get an accurate forecast on Tuesday.
Yeah.
So it's gonna take a minute.
Yeah, and you know, I think we all can kind of agree that Buffalo had the chance to win that game, and they had the opportunities to.
Bro, the Eagles should have lost like their
team
last
and-
3-4 games, dude. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, if we're keeping it in a buck, dude.
Yeah, against good teams, but they
And the
were able
commies.
to find a way against good teams. So, I think this is going to be really interesting. It's man, I just wonder how much of the shit talking that happened after the game and in the offseason is really going to play an effect in this, because that leans Eagles.
I don't
that,
think
that shit talking leans Eagles.
maybe so,
I think
but
the Niners are a better team, but that puts the edge on the Eagles to play better.
I mean, if they're I know teams don't really like look at the point spread and stuff, but like if I'm an Eagles player and I'm like, bro, we're a dog at home to the Niners, a team that we fucking beat the shit out of last year, like that's a fucking slap in the face. I do think that could create, and obviously like Nick Sirianni, like he's a fucking cornball and he could sit there all week and be like, you guys are underdogs this week. Look.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And but I just my thoughts on the Eagles is like, bro, they have so much luck factor going their way. At some point, it's gonna regress to the means, dude. At some point, it's not gonna go their way. And the last several games, dude, they're trailing in the second half, right? If they do that against the Niners, they're not gonna come back. You know what I mean? They're not gonna come back against the Niners, bro.
Yeah,
it's not gonna happen.
Yeah,
they shouldn't have come back against the fucking Chiefs.
Yeah, and this Eagles team is definitely a much different team than we saw last year. So different team than we saw.
Yeah, the secondary sucks. They're susceptible in the secondary.
Yeah,
and their offensive line isn't as good. Although they are going to get Lane Johnson back this week.
They lost a lot on their defensive line as well.
Yeah, but they also drafted Jalen Carter.
Yeah, but I think they lost more than they added.
I don't know about that. Jalen Carter's really fucking good.
Yeah, he is. Lane Johnson is still questionable. It didn't know if he practiced. Well, it's only Tuesday. Never mind. It's a Sunday.
To be honest, the Eagles, the one game they did lose, Jalen Carter didn't play.
True.
But once again, a lot of shit has gone their way.
Yeah.
Which is going to regress at some point. It's bound to. It's human nature.
It's in New York. But
yeah, they lost to the Jets, and they should have lost to the Bills, dude.
Yeah.
They should have lost to the Chiefs. If fucking if Valdez Scantling could catch a ball, they lose to the Chiefs.
Yeah.
They should have lost to Dallas if it wasn't for a fucking fluke ass pass interference call. Yeah. And Dallas got stuffed at the 1 yard line. They should have lost to Dallas.
Yeah.
They could have lost they should have lost the first game to the Commies.
Yeah.
And
it was close against that second game too.
And like, dude,
that's with a depleted defense.
And I tell everyone this like all the time, dude. Like, I was on the Eagles against the Cowboys, bro. And I'm telling you, as someone that was backing the Eagles in that game, they should have lost that game.
Yeah.
So I don't know if the buck stops here. I do think that this game is huge. I think it's good. I think it's big for both teams. I definitely think the Niners get up for it because the Niners have to back up all the shit they said last year, dude. Yep. Especially Brock Purdy. He's got to show up because if he doesn't, if Brock Purdy doesn't show up, bro, the first dude that's gonna be on his head is right fucking here. This dude, because he's mid.
He's gonna listen to you, that's for sure.
He doesn't have to, but I'm everyone wants to fucking kiss his ass because he's so good and shit supposedly, but he's 0-3 when he's trailing in the second half, and without a Hall of Fame left tackle, Pro Bowl wide receiver, and a Pro Bowl running back, he looks fucking average as average can be.
I mean, you take 3 items away from you. That's a major blow.
Yeah, imagine if Patrick Mahomes had those things. Imagine if Jordan Love had those things. Imagine if half the league had those things. Did you say
Jordan Love?
Yeah, Jordan Love don't have fucking Trent Williams or Deebo Samuel or fucking Christian McCaffrey.
Jordan Love isn't good either. So.
I mean, I bet he would be just as good as Brock Purdy in that system.
Probably just as good. Yeah.
Probably be better because he has a better arm.
I don't think you can put him in the same sentence as Mahomes, but
but my point still stands is that like you could, if you switch Brock Purdy and Mahomes, how bad is Kansas City and how great is the Niners?
Oh, absolutely, no question.
Right.
That's the most elite offense in the world.
But that you could say that for pretty much every. You could put any starting quarterback on the Niners and flip Brock Purdy, and they're probably just as good, if not better. You could put Baker Mayfield on the Niners and they're fucking good.
Maybe. I don't know about Geno Smith. I don't know about...
Bro, Geno's just as good as... He's the same as fucking Brock Purdy. What's the difference? Brock Purdy's as mid gets, dude.
Brock Purdy is mid, but I think there's a lot of players that aren't mid right now yet, too. Quarterback play is not good right now.
Put Gardner Minshew on the Niners, dude. They're just as good.
Good Lord.
Bro, now you just throwing names out there,
Yeah.
bro.
Nah, I'm just being honest, bro. Look what Gardner Minshew's doing with the Colts. Bro, he's
Brock
one.
has that vision though.
You think if Brock Purdy was on the Colts, they're in playoff contention?
Yep. Because they got a great O line, they got good weapons, and they got a damn good running back.
Well, not anymore.
running back's
He's
hurt
out
now.
for the season, but
Well, he's gonna be out for 2 weeks. He's gonna be all right.
I heard it's.
Nah,
I thought it was.
They said 2 weeks for sure. Could
he
be
said
longer.
thumb procedure out for 2 weeks.
Oh, okay.
Brock's
They
mid.
thought it was his wrist. Now he would have been. Now if it was his wrist, he would have been gone for the rest of the season. But it was his thumb.
I actually like the under in this Niners game.
What's
Let's
it
go
say?
46.5.
Nah, I think it goes over.
It's gonna be close.
I think it's gonna be a defensive battle.
Nah, because the Eagles give up points, and the Niners haven't faced an offense this good yet.
The
They're gonna
Niners
tag
face the
Lamar
fucking. They face the Cowboys, bro. What are we talking about? They face the Jags.
Yeah, but those offenses not as good as the Niners.
Hold on, what?
I said the Eagles give up points, and they're facing probably the best offense they played all year.
The Eagles?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the Eagles give up points. I don't know
Yeah,
about
that's
the
what I said.
Niners.
And the Niners have given up points. The damn Cardinals scored 20-something points on the Niners.
Yeah, but that was when they were like banged up and like now they got Chase Young.
Nah, don't try to go there, bro, because you just use the
They're
Cardinals.
banged up right now without Hufanga in there.
Dude, Hufanga is not that good, bro. He
Hufanga is a.
Bro, he was all pro last year.
yeah, because he gets fucking
That
tipped
defense.
INTs, dude. Like I'm telling you, I'm a USC guy, bro. I'm telling y'all, Hufanga is a myth,
being a
dude.
USC guy makes it even worse that you don't think Hufanga is a good safety because
I think he's good, but
His-
I don't
his-
think he's great.
his PFF grade was 90
Bro,
last year. How many
PFF
fucking
is, like,
safeties-
Trash.
How many safeties have a PFF grade of 90?
Hufanga is not great in coverage. I'll tell you that much.
He's not great in probably deep coverage. You rarely see him over the top, but he's a damn good safety.
But the
He's
reason
like,
why he's able to be where he's at is because they have such a good pass rush.
okay, you can't hold that against him.
But I'm saying like as a safety, dude, like he's not that great of a like he's like a money backer. That's what he is. He's like a fucking down.
No, he's not
He's-
as bad as fuck. He's not as bad in coverage as sorry ass Jamal Adams.
He's basically a Jamal Adams,
Nah, I'm not conceding that.
and all his interceptions are on fucking tip passes, bro. I've never seen a dude get so many tip pass INTs.
I can see you saying he's like a Bob Sanders, but he's definitely not Jamal Adams.
All I'm saying is he's overrated. If you
Fine.
if you were to put him
Continue-
on
He
some others,
continue to be an all pro and be all overrated.
Buda Baker is better.
That's fine. There's a couple safeties that's better, but he's easily a top 5 safety when he's healthy.
Yup.
Of course, Ben's gonna agree. He's a fucking Niners fan.
I'm not a Niner fan. There's only like 3 safeties.
But my point, like, dude, Ward looks good at corner because the pass rush is so fucking good. Like the secondary on the Niners just looks good regardless because of the pass rush. You put Ward on some of these other teams, he's getting cooked, bro. He's barbecue chicken. That's my thing with the Niners, dude. They have such a great pass rush, and the thing is, they're so deep at the defensive line they can just rotate these guys in and out and keep them fresh, which is a good thing. They built their team like that. There's a reason why they've done it, right? But I don't think Hufanga is, and I love Hufanga, dude. I think he's a great player. I think he's a hell of a player. But I'm telling you right now, you put him on a majority of these teams, bro, and he's not the same.
Bro, you just compared him to Jamal Adams.
Yeah, I think Jamal Adams is a good player too. He's just not a good coverage safety.
Yeah, he was good 3 years in New Jersey. I mean, in New York, that was about it.
I mean, he's not bad now. He's never been good in coverage.
Yeah, he's a linebacker. You can't say that about Talanoa.
Yeah, I think Hufanga is like a money backer. He's like a down safety. Like, he's not terrible in coverage. He's definitely better than Jamal Adams in coverage, but he does his best work in the middle of the field or near the line of scrimmage.
Name another safety that was like that. Who's in the Hall of Fame, by the way?
Yeah, he also played in a different era. His name's Troy Polamalu. Game has changed.
So you telling me Troy Polamalu couldn't play in today's NFL?
I think he could, but I think his game wouldn't be the same. Same with Ronnie Lott. Both USC guys, dude, trust me, I love USC guys, bro. I'm not sitting here trying to be like Hufanga sucks. I'm just saying, like, if you put him on other teams without this pass rush, he's not as good.
You don't know that. You can't say that. His pass rush wasn't great in college, and he was damn good. He should have never been a 5th-round pick.
Yeah, but he also played money backer in college. He wasn't a.
Oh, he did. He played strong safety in college.
Yeah, but he was like a money backer, bro.
The only time he rotated down was when they played teams like Stanford, because Stanford had fucking double tight ends the whole game.
Bro, Funga, I like the guy, dude. I do. But I just like, I don't know. Like I in the NFL, I just like more diverse guys, dude. I like dudes like Buda Baker who are great in coverage. They can cover tight ends. They can fucking do a hell of a lot.
He's not Buda Baker. He's not Justin Simmons. There's only 2 of those type of guys in the NFL. But he's a damn good safety for what he does and what he's asked to do, which is a lot in their defense when he's healthy.
But it's easy to do it in that defense with that pass rush, dude, because quarterbacks have like a second to throw the ball.
He doesn't have to. Why would you put Hufanga on tight ends when you got Fred Warner?
Are you still talking about this?
When you got Dre Greenlaw.
Yeah, no, I agree. But that's the thing is, like, he's not asked to do those things.
Okay, he doesn't have to. That don't mean he can't do it.
But why is he a Pro Bowler?
Because he's elite at his position. That's
like
saying Richard Sherman wouldn't be shit if it wasn't for the Legion of Boom.
Dude, Richard Sherman covered one side of the field. He didn't even cover the best wide receivers.
That's all he had to do.
He didn't even cover the best wide receivers on teams.
And when they lined up on that side, he did.
Yeah, when they lined up on that side, but he's still in zone. He's not playing man.
They didn't play zone all the time, but I get what you're saying.
Prime Pat Peterson better than fucking Sherman. Darrelle Revis better than Sherman.
I'm not here to argue there wasn't. I'm just saying Richard Sherman had a nice run.
No, he did. He's a great cover 3 corner.
Should have had 2 Super Bowls too.
Should have if they fucking ran the ball at the 1 yard line. All right, let's move on to the next game. We got the Houston Texans against the Denver Broncos. This is a game where
what's your pick for that game?
For which game?
The
Eagles, Niners.
Eagles and the Niners.
Oh, I like the Niners. I don't know if I'm gonna get there.
Yeah, I probably won't bet it. I would lean the Niners, but the Eagles have been pretty damn good at home. Ain't they undefeated at home?
Yeah, but they should have lost to the Commies at home.
Well, Ron Rivera is a coach. You're not beating anybody with him as your coach.
Yeah,
so.
if he went for 2 when he should have, they would have won the fucking game.
I saw 2.5 earlier. I really like 2.5.
I don't. I would have much rather had it at a pick or a -1.
Well, absolutely, but it's sitting at 3 right now. That's what I'm saying.
Because I do like systematically, like if you're talking betting systems, like historically in the NFL, fading a team coming off overtime is like a great move, like blindly just fading a team off overtime. So in that regards, I think that the Niners are like a must bet, but I'm just like Eagles as a dog at home. I don't know if I want to get there. Like I don't know if I want to get ahead of that. And the Eagles have fucked me so much this year, dude. I'm just over it. You know, my asshole's fucking gaped from them, so I just I don't know if I want to fade them one more time, dude. I'm tired of getting beat by them, dog. So
maybe.
I might sit this one out and just like I said, I like the under. I think it's gonna be an under game. So if anything, I'm playing the under.
Hopefully, I don't cause Jordan his butthole for the game, but so let's move on to the next game. Pause.
I can't keep getting beat by the Eagles, dude. I fade them every week, dude, and it just fucking.
No wonder you don't like the Eagles.
Yeah.
Well, dude, they're lucky as shit, bro. Watch their games, like, dude, they should have lost 4 of their games.
You also like an NFC West team, so
you just need to.
That's why he doesn't like the Niners either.
Yeah, but I'm the most objective person there is when it comes to betting, because like Bro, I bet the
The
Niners to
Eagles
win the
have-
Super Bowl
the Eagles-
last year.
Okay, how many Eagles games have gone over, Jordan?
A lot of them.
Should have just listened to me. Every week I tell you, Eagles over. The only game I didn't bet, I didn't say the over for the Eagles was the Jets game.
They didn't go over in the Chiefs game either.
Yeah, that
They
game
didn't go over in the Miami game.
That game should have went over for sure. Well, over in that Miami game was like 50 something, wasn't it?
Yeah. But that's the thing. I think that's the same thing here is like we're going to see a low scoring game because the Niners defense is elite and defensive travel. But I think the Eagles defense is going to show up for this game
but the
too.
thing is,
They're going to get some points on the nose.
Yeah, but you got to think the Eagles have a good O-line, so they won't be able to block the Niners every down, but they're going to win some downs and the Niners are going to win some downs and vice versa.
The only hope for the Eagles is Jalen Hurts running wild, and I just don't see it happening.
Another thing you got to watch out for with the Eagles too is if Jalen Carter's not playing,
he's playing.
Okay, then if he wasn't playing, then I think this game would. I still
Jordan Davis is the one that might not be playing.
I would lean the over still because games like this, I just for some reason you've been seeing a lot of points in big games like this. Like if you watched that first half of that Eagles versus Bills game, you would have bet the house on the under. That second half,
yeah, but the Eagles have been great in the second half this year. But that's the thing is like they can't dig themselves a hole in this game, Irv, because the Niners defense thrives on that shit.
The Niners are a great second half team too, outside of one game.
Outside of 3 games, they're 0-3 when trailing in the second half this year.
Oh yeah, the Minnesota game though, they didn't look good.
But the thing with the
Brock Purdy was trying to do too much.
But
he's playing within himself right now.
But Irv, the thing with the Niners that makes them so good defensively and why they're so good with a lead is because once they get a lead, they can literally the defensive line just pins their ears back and they're just rushing the passer every fucking play because they know the team has to throw the ball.
I think this game will be more back and forth, honestly.
Maybe.
Because the Eagles OC is a good game planner, and he's going to attack the Niners' weaknesses. And they only have really one weakness, and that's their secondary. So
I'll tell you this right now: if the Eagles have the lead in the first half, I would take the Eagles second half as well, and they'll win the game. I think this is more of a live bet opportunity type game.
Yeah, but what if Purdy, Glock Purdy proves? I can't believe I just said that shit. What if he proves he can make a comeback?
Yeah. Then hell freezes over and fucking you could bury me upside down so the world can kiss my ass.
Pause. So let's stop talking about
He's got a lot of ass work in this game, huh?
Purdy ain't coming back from shit, dog. If you are relying on Brock Purdy to win you a game, I'm telling you right now, you're fucked.
The Cardinals fan in Georgia is showing up right now.
Yep.
What Brock Purdy isn't proving it, so why do we think it's gonna happen?
I'm just saying anything can happen.
Anything can happen. That's a great thing about football.
Over Thanksgiving weekend, TSL has to pay out damn near $1 million worth of TV.
Why? Oh, we lost Irv.
Oh, I froze.
Ben, why did TSL have to pay out $1 million worth of TV? What happened?
Oh, there we go.
Because every game they have like a crazy bet out there that they think won't happen, but it does.
Who?
Well, it happened this week. TSL. It had to be a score of 98 yards or more. And that pick.
Oh, they had a pick 6 on the fucking Hail Mary, dude.
99 yards. So now TSL has to give out over $1 million in TVs.
Jesus.
Yeah. Gotta love it.
It happens. But I mean, that's like a fucking crazy ass. That's insane. All right, let's move on to the next game. We got the Broncos at the Texans. This is huge implications for the playoffs.
For both teams.
Yep. Texans minus 3.5. Broncos plus 3.5. The total is 47.5. This is a game where I think actually the dog is getting overinflated here in the Broncos because they've won 5 in a row. And I think that there's actually value on the Texans here. Because I think the Texans are a better team. I think they have the better quarterback. They have the better coach. I don't know if they have the better coach. I won't say that.
They have the better defensive coach.
And Broncos have looked good defensively since that 70 burger.
But D'Amico is a better defensively focused coach.
But I'll take CJ Stroud all day over fucking Russell Wilson right now. What do you think, Irv? You're the Broncos fan.
I'm not a Broncos fan.
Since when?
Since 11:05. I'm just playing. Honestly, I think this is gonna be I think it's gonna be more of a defensive battle.
I
I
agree.
know I know the Texans have been putting up a lot of points, but they haven't faced a defense this good. Damn near, I would pretty much say all season.
They face the Bengals.
Yeah, the Bengals was healthy when they played the Bengals. Like low key lit the no, but Henderson and Trey Hendricks and what's the name wasn't
Hendrickson
playing
played
that
that
game.
game.
The other guy was out.
No,
I know
Henderson played that game.
that Hubbard was out, right? The other 94, he was out, and I know they was missing a couple people in the secondary, but that's neither here nor there. Honestly, I just think this is gonna be a defensive battle. I can easily see in this game being like a 20-17, 17-10 type game. Now, the one thing we do gotta look out for if Jalen Petrie and Daryl Stingley not healthy, that secondary, if that pass rush isn't getting home, that secondary can definitely be had. So we'll look out for their health and see what's going on. But the thing right now with the Broncos is they're running the ball and that's working with the play action. Less is more with Russ. As long as Russ isn't turning the ball over, I think we got a pretty good shot at winning this game. I would lean the Texans because they're at home and they've been pretty damn good at home.
Neither Stingley or Petrie are on the injury report.
Okay, so that's another thing to look at. What's the over under?
47.
47.
That's kind of high.
Yeah, I think that's pretty high too.
Yeah.
Especially
I
in a
think-
game that like has this kind of playoff implications. Like I think
Yeah,
it's
I
gonna
think
be.
I think this game is going under, honestly. Unless CJ just goes out there and goes nuclear on our defense.
The one
which
thing I will say though, Irv, is like the strength of the Texans defense has actually been their rush defense. Like they've actually been good against the rush. They allow less than 100 yards per game. So I think that's kind of
one of the keys to the game for sure.
and I think that's why I like the Texans here because like you said, the Broncos want to run the ball first and get play action off that and everything going off their rush. And I don't think the Texans are going to allow that. On the flip side, everything for the Texans leans on their offense compared to the Broncos defense. I just think the Texans have I just think they're a better team, bro, to be honest. And I think that the Broncos, they have a great thing going for them, man. They've really turned their season around, and Ben and I talked about this on Sunday, like the fact that they got 70 dropped on them, like Sean Payton could have easily lost everything in that locker room, and the fact that he's been able to turn around, I think speaks volumes to how good of a coach he is. However, I think in this spot, I think the Texans are a better team. I think they win, and I think they cover 3.5. I like the Texans in this spot. I would love it. I would like it better more at 3 than 3.5.
Yeah.
But I'm still willing to lay that hook there. I think the Texans win this game by a touchdown.
Yeah, this might be a place where you buy that hook though.
I don't buy points,
I know
man.
you don't like it, but that 10 cents could be very valuable at this point. At least gets you the push.
But I'm with Irv too. I like the under in this game as well.
Yeah,
I think this is going to be a
47.5
lower scoring game.
Is too high. Definitely agree with you on that. It's not a division game, but it's a.
I'll tell you right now, the Texans don't want this coming down to a field goal given last week. So
I mean, what was it? 57.5 would have done it.
still, bro, you got a backup kicker. They want this, I see this being like a 21-17 type game.
Yeah.
I lean the Texans here, but I do like this under 47.
Yeah.
Because honestly, like you look at the Texans' last few games too. Jacksonville 21-24. Jacksonville's a great defense or a great offense. And the Cardinals game 21-16 at home. Also, how the fuck did the Texans have 3 games at home in a row?
Gotta love the NFL schedule. I
Yeah.
think they got a last place schedule. That's probably why.
That's crazy, bro. 3 fucking games in a row at home.
They've got a pretty nice schedule to end the season.
Yeah,
Jets, Titans, Browns, Titans, Colts.
As a Cardinals fan, I need these motherfuckers to lose.
Yeah. I
What-
think they're in a good spot right now.
D'Amico Ryan's coach of the year, right?
Indianapolis.
D'Amico Ryan's coach of the year, right?
Easily.
At this point, yeah.
It's either him or Sean Payton.
Man,
Can
shut
see
the
that
fuck
too.
up.
Bill Belichick.
The way that
Bill Belichick for the tank job, dude.
the way
Damn, that'd
that
be
Denver's
crazy.
come back, it could be.
That'd be crazy if they get Caleb. Well, right now they got the #1 pick, I think.
No, the Panthers do, which goes to the
Carolina,
Bears.
yeah.
Well, the Bears has the Bears
Yeah.
have the #1 pick. Okay.
I'm telling you right now, though, the Patriots definitely tried to tank last week. They for sure
I
did.
think the Patriots just suck, man.
Yeah, but they definitely tried to tank, bro. They could have gone for a touchdown. They did everything they could to just play for a field goal, and then dude ended up missing a fucking 27-yard field goal to tie the game, dog.
Yeah, it lost me money.
That was horrible.
The Patriots are just unbettable at this point.
Yeah.
You just cannot back them.
Who do they have this week?
I think they're on a bye. Which
No, they're playing.
are they?
Yeah, hold on, let me find the schedule.
Watch them be playing with some dog shit team. Probably the Jets.
Well, they are playing a dog shit team. Hold on. I think it's the Bucks. Hold on. Oh, come on. NFL schedule.
Team
Not
stinks,
Denver's
dog.
schedule.
Where are they at?
They
they play the
have-
Chargers at home.
Oh, yeah.
Chargers -6, dude. As much as I hate that number, dude, you probably have to lay that 6 if you
Yeah.
play a side in that game. I surely will not be playing that game. Surely will not.
Yeah, if any teams, like the Chargers would be the team to lose.
Yeah. Yep. All right, let's get some.
Stupid fucking defensive play.
Let's get some best bets for this
Let's go, y'all.
week. What do you guys like?
I got 2 for the games we talked about. Give me the under for the Broncos and the Texans, the under 47. And I'm going to put my money where my mouth is and give me the Dallas Cowboys -9. Should I even go comfortable up to 14 with this trash ass Seahawks? Let's go. Let's go. In Jerry World.
All
I
right.
like it. All right,
Ben?
for the games that we did today, I'm gonna go San Francisco -3. I think you can shop around and get -2.5. Even possibly, up closer to game time with that 2.5. And then I don't know if I'd go Dallas 14, but I'll go Dallas -9. I really do like that Houston Denver under 47.5. And then for a game that we don't have going today, I'm gonna go Kansas City -6.5.
Oof. Yuck. I'm going Seahawks +9. I like that. I think they cover the number. I think they get within the number. And then I'm gonna go Niners Eagles under 6.5. I think that
Throw
game.
one more out there that we didn't cover. Detroit -4 against New Orleans.
At home.
In New Orleans.
I
Oof.
think that'll be a good bounce back spot for him. Even though Detroit don't play well on the road, Derek Carr is absolutely ass.
Yep.
Jameis Winston rapping ATL Classics is not gonna help him on the sidelines.
Move, bitch. Get out the way. Get out the way, bitch. Get out the way.
Derek Carr need to get out the NFL, but that's neither here nor there.
He's got another year on that contract too.
Yeah,
He
they're
is
fucked.
guaranteed too. So
Yeah.
good luck, Saints.
They're fucked on that one. All right, everybody. Thank you for joining us. Make sure to download the Sharps app, SHARPZ. Use promo code Jord517. Download it. Use it to track your bets. Let's get this going. We got our best bets in. I'll repost them for everybody. Everyone's against me on Thursday night. That's okay. That's what I like. So yeah, man, we'll be back. I'll be back on maybe tomorrow night to talk, or we need to talk some college championships, dude. So we gotta be back tomorrow.
Wednesday or Thursday?
All right, we'll figure it out. We'll be back to talk some college football championship games, and then we'll be back on Sunday to recap the NFL week, preview Monday Night Football as we always do. So you definitely want to tune in there. Hopefully we have some MLB free agency news by then as well that we can talk about. So that would be dope. But for Swerving,
I got a feeling baseball free agency is about to heat up.
Yeah, I think it's gonna take I think winter meetings is when things are really gonna heat up.
Winter meetings gonna fall. Is winter meetings this week or next week?
Next week.
Okay.
Next week.
We'll have some big news next week.
Yep. For Swerving Irvin Washington, Big Ball and Ben Larson, I'm Jordan Stacks on Stacks on Stacks. We'll catch y'all later. Have a blessed Wednesday, y'all. Peace.